Okay, yes, Diksha, welcome. Okay, good evening, guys. I hope I'm audible enough. All right, let's start. Going to look into why we need Selenium. Yes, thank you so much. I can actually confirm it here. So we're going to look into why we need Selenium. Okay, cool. And then after that, we need to look at some installation and some configuration. Okay, then followed by some simple page automation. Okay, and if time permits, we're going to look at how we find some select elements on the website. And before that, okay, I want you to understand something here. So permit me to minimize my screen. Okay, and let's do a little study on this guy. So all these things will be available in the link itself. Okay. Okay. So moderators, please remove love face, please. All right. So let's look at this. So initially we have Beautiful Soup, and now we are going to look into Selenium. Before that, let's do a simple Google search. Okay. So we just say Beautiful Soup versus Selenium. Let's compare only these two. Fine. Moderators, please remove these guys. Okay. So Beautiful Soup versus Selenium. Okay. So you see here, we've actually looked at this before, but I'm not sure. He says here, can you use Beautiful Soup with Selenium? All right. We do the job of dynamic scraping. That means with only Beautiful Soup, you are doing static scraping. So if you see most of the contents of, majority of the site has content that is updated in real time, right? So if you want to kind of grab some element, okay, when it maybe even if it's changed dynamically, you better use what? Selenium. Now you see here, Selenium automates web browser interaction from Python. Hence, the data rendered by the JavaScript links can be made available by automating the whatever button clicks with Selenium, and then it can be extracted by what? Beautiful Soup. So what is it trying to tell us here? That we can actually use both of them, right? So using both is like fantastic. Okay. If that is the case, that means that if you look what I'm doing here, I'm actually clicking, right? What have I done so far? I clicked, selected, right-clicked, okay, perform some action, double-click. All these operations can be automated using what? Selenium, okay? So look at this text here. I think I have to accept cookies because they are not allowing me actually. Okay, so let me decline this guy. Fine, this is possible. So it's declined. So you see here comparison between Selenium and Beautiful Soup. Which is best? Okay, comparatively, which is best? Okay, when do I use which? So you see here is becoming the fundamental text for most businesses, right? As they thrive on, you know, right, that this web scraping is known as what? Web data extraction, right? Or web data mining. So a scraping or web scraping is a common task that is what? Frequently performed. However, let's look at the pros. Selenium is an API that allows you to control a headless browser through series of programs. Okay? Websites have improved and upgraded. Hence, they have introduced more functions that depend on JavaScript to run. Fine. Good, Nitesh. Oh yeah. I think I know this, Nitesh Kumar. Yes, Selenium is best. But again, there's another one which is better than Selenium, which is called Scrappy or Scrappy. I don't know how they pronounce it. So the best way to do this is this, and this brings us versatility to the stuff. So this is cool. And later thing which I said you have to see, okay? That means we are going to talk about some stuff we call like web browser model or things like that, which can be used to control, these are browsers, right? Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, and whatever, including Internet Explorer, Safari also, and or whatnot. And each of them have what? Different web drivers, okay? So we're going to see this when we go to download, all right? So I just clicked on that. So when you want to download, you have to explore a couple of things, okay? Fine. So for now, you remember Selenium was mostly built for what? Scrappy, exactly. Thank you, Sashi. So Selenium was mostly built for web testing, okay? Sorry, yeah. Like testing some applications, okay? So finally, we are using it for scripting. No problem. So, and you get the binding. So if you look at it this way, we are not going to spend much time on this. These are all the browsers. They have their own native what? APIs, okay? So which is bound to the stuff, and that's it. No problem. So why Selenium? What? Movement of mouse, that was what we just explained. Clicking, double clicking, right clicking, whatever we can perform. This supports it, right? Which adds an extra layer of what? Precision. So I want to show you something here, and we will try to replicate this. And this is not my idea, okay? I found it somewhere, and I will not tell you where I found it because it's an obvious thing. Many of you knows that. Look at this site. I think by now your brain will start thinking, oh my goodness, it will come, don't worry. So have you seen this? If you know what I'm going to explain, just type I. If you know what I'm going to explain, just type I. So you see, I need to unlock so many things, okay? Actually, I opened this and I allowed it to keep running. Agreed? So can we automate this such that we'll be able to reach the last stage? See here, time machine, I need to get 123,456,789 points. So this is a task we are going to do. So by the way, I want to show you the completed stuff, okay? So I will go here, I will go to main, and I'm going to run this, okay? I'm going to run this, fine. Control Shift F10. Now it's going to open up something. Now I'm going to maximize this. Now watch, all this clicking is not done by me, okay? So just watch, soon we have already crossed, we've crossed some stuff and we purchased cursor, we purchased grammar, we purchased some stuff. So we're going to get into this later, okay? So you see, he's doing it faster, and by the time you know he's going to purchase so many stuff, purchase 3 grammars to help us bake this cookie and things like that. So it will continue till blah, blah, blah. In fewer seconds, maybe few minutes, you are done. Okay? I'm going to close this. And you will see something here. Please pay attention here. It says Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. Can you see that? So I'll close this now. Let me close this guy. And then you see some stuff here, okay, because I kind of abruptly interrupted that. So you see the stuff is being printed here on the console, okay? Now, if you look closely, you see whatever is there, Selenium and whatever web browser. And you know why we import in time. Don't worry. So for today, we are going to do a simple thing, okay? So simple application, I will show you here, and then we get back there. So let me not print all this for now. Okay, I don't need, okay, let me print the title for now. I don't want to refresh it, okay? And I'm going to run this Control Shift F10. So once I run this now, so it opens up, fine. And you see this, so it says here MIT MySearch, something like that. I'm going to close it. And you know definitely it's been automated because we can actually see it from here itself. Fine. Okay, so I will close this back. And if you go here, you see it's actually printed here. Fine. So this is just an introductory class. Hence, you got the idea. We will do this today. And maybe on Thursday, we try to complete this guy. It's very simple. Actually, the code is even less also. And remember, the end product is, you see here, though I let this has been running for so long, but it's still here. When will it get here? Who knows? So you can actually automate this process. Fine. So you got the idea. Now, you see here, the full part is optional in what? Selenium. And things like that. Whereas in Scrapy, you have to do it. I don't know why this guy is here. Okay, why? He says because listeners, whose implementation is not fully supported by Selenium, whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And then more on Selenium, you can actually read this, okay? Because it's open source, it's free, it's flexible. And in conclusion, Selenium WebDriver is only set to become more advanced and more efficient as developers and users continue to contribute to the framework. Agreed? Okay. So since we are done with this now, what do we do first? We need to get this Selenium installed in our system. So how do we do that? Fine. So I'm going to minimize this. Fine. And we get back. 2 things we can do. Okay. So I think I should, I will try to end this guy for now. Okay. So we always use idle, right? Ideally. We have been using this. And see, I have different versions, okay? 3.10, 3.9, 3.8, I think I have that also. So once I open this now, I can actually run the whole thing from here. But it's not gonna make sense now because we are used to PyCharm, right? So why showing this? In case if you want to follow along and you don't feel like, or maybe you have limited hardware, whatever functionality, you don't feel like using this, you can as well use here. But before you say import, let's just do this, okay? If I say import Selenium, okay, Selenium, whatever, okay? Now, before I do this, it says no module name Selenium, or you say from Selenium import web, whatever, okay? if it start giving you this error, so you know that you need to install it. Okay, so for now I don't need this guy. Remember, I can actually do everything from here itself. Okay, fine. Okay, so now what I will do, I need to use my PyCharm IDE, or I want to use this guy first. It's called Tony. Okay, so what you do first, if you really want to get this installed, so I'll go to my CMD command prompt first. I want to install it universally, so it's best I run it as administrator, but I can still run it like this only. What do? You say pip install, right? By the way, we have been using this, so if I ask you this question, what does pip stand for? What does it stand for? Can anybody just type? What does pip stand for? So I just typed only pip and I pressed enter, and I'm going to get some commands that are associated with it. So Python install packages, or Python install whatever packages. You know there is p there, Python, there is what package. So whatever is inside says installer or install. We don't want to know. So using that, we can actually install packages, which is what we have been doing. We can use it to download packages also. We can use it to uninstall, freeze, this, show. So these are most of the commands, right? I mean, that are available, right? However, if I just type on the pip help, it's going to give me some help on some stuff. And you can see some general options. Also, you can say pip dash help or dash help. Okay. So if you try that, you're going to see something here. You say h, that is fine. And you get the same thing which you are getting here, or you say that fellow, you can say this fellow, no problem, help. Okay, now it says help on which topic, right? So which topic you will need help, no such whatever. Oh, sorry, I made it triple H, sorry. Okay, so fine. So on color or on what, on whatever. So this is fine. So what I will do, I'll just say pip install. What is that? Selenium. Fine. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, that is there. Okay, I think I was opening the other stuff. Okay, so it is actually installed and requirement. So see where it actually kept that, right? Anaconda, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's installed here. Fine. All right. So once this is done, I believe that, see, if you check here, you see I'm using Brave, right? I don't want to show that I'm using Brave. I'm also using, which one? Microsoft Edge. I have another one. I have Mozilla Firefox. Then I have Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox, and Brave. So you see here, you can count 4 browsers here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So which one? So since we want to make sure we are on the same page, we have to download what? Chrome. All right. So I'm going to close this. We got this now. Close that. Okay, welcome back, guys. Sorry, it's reconnecting. Anyway, I think it's back now. Can you just check? Can you confirm, please? It's back. Yeah, it's back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. OBS reconnected. I think this happens only in the evening time, because I streamed the class in the afternoon and there was no error at all, no problem at all. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So we need to download this guy. Fine. So what we do, we just come here and we click on download Chrome. Agreed? Fine. So once we download this Google Chrome, we are good to go. We installed it, and then I want to make this as my default browser. That works. So once this is done now, I have Chrome here. Now I need to do what now? I need to download what? What is this called? The web browser, right? So if you look properly here, you will see that for every browser, there is a specific web driver for it. So let me zoom this out, and it says here, since we are using Chrome, right? Since we are using Chrome, we need to download the Chrome browser, but it's telling me there is a version for that, right? So don't forget, we downloaded Chrome, right? No problem. Now I need to get the version of the Google Chrome which I'm using. So if I ask you how do you know the version of Google Chrome which you are using? Has any of you tried that? How do you know the version? So you go there, see my account, right? Beside this, I saw these 3 ellipses, no? It says customize and control Google Chrome. So I click on that, then I come here, right? I see settings, but below the settings, I can see help drop down menu, right? So it's a drop down, and I can see about Chrome, right? So once I open this, I think I did this before I restarted my system. Let me see. It shouldn't give me an update now because I won't even restart again. Okay, yes, so it says Chrome is up to date, but in your case it might tell you, it will just update fine and tell you to restart the system. Okay, I did that a couple of minutes ago. Okay, so this is fine. My Chrome is up to date. What is the version of Chrome I'm using? 97 dot whatever, right? Recently released. All right, so we get back here now. I need to grab this. I'll click here, fine, and look here. It says for which OS? Which OS? Linux 64-bit, Mac 64-bit, Mac, I think some ML whatever .zip, and then Win32. So it seems there is no version for 64-bit of Windows 64-bit, but this is the only version available for Windows. Oh my God.